Today is opposite day. Don't get the lower interest rate when buying your home, get the higher interest rate. What's up everybody, Luis here. Hope you're all having a hella bomb day. What? Nobody says that anymore? Okay, hope you're all having a fantastic day. In this video, I'm gonna show you why the lowest rate option is not always the best one. So let's get right to it. When buying a home, what does the term buying points mean? Well, in order to figure that out, we're gonna need to first define three terms. What is a discount point? What is par pricing? And what is rebate pricing? So let's start with discount pricing, which is the same as buying points. And for that, let's take a look at this coupon stack. And a coupon stack is nothing more than a series or a list of interest rates with their associated costs. Let's start right at the top. We have a 4.5% interest rate. Loan amount is $500,000. And for all of these, the loan amount is $500,000. But right at the top, 4.5% interest rate, that's a 2-point cost, or that's 2% of the loan amount, which is $500,000. And that equals $10,000. Going down one row, 4.75, that's a 1-point cost. So you're buying down 1 point only, and that's going to cost you $5,000. Again, it's 1% of this 500,000. And then you go to 5%. And this is what's considered par pricing because there is no cost associated. So this is zero. So you multiply 500,000 by 0, that equals 0. So then let's keep going. 5.25. This, you'll notice that it says negative 0.5%. This means that it's negative 2,500. In other words, you as the buyer are getting a $2,500 credit that can be used towards your closing costs because you chose this interest rate. So this is what's called rebate pricing, where the lender pays you for this interest rate. And finally, let's cover the 5.5%. You got 1% rebate or lender credit, and that's $5,000. And again, that's 1% of this $500,000. Now consider the high interest rate environment that we are in, and say you do buy those 2 points to get that 4.5% interest rate. And let's just say that in 9 months, the rates drop to 3% again, or 3.25%. The probability of you refinancing is going to be extremely high. So you have to weigh out your options. If you feel that the rates are not going to drop within the next 5 years, then yes, you go and you buy down the interest rate down to 4.5%. If you feel that the rates are going to drop within the next 6 months, well, guess what? You're going to go with the 5.5% interest rate, get that lender rebate, use that for your closing costs, and then refinance in 6 months. If you're not certain, then I would go with the par pricing. That's going to be the most conservative approach. Now let's take a look at an actual example. This is an example from today where a buyer called me and asked me about paying 1.5% in points, which is almost $15,000 to get this 4.75% interest rate. So I offered him the three options, which is par pricing at 5.125, rebate pricing at 5.75, and then 4.75. Using par pricing or 0 as the base, if he were to go with a 4.75% and pay that $15,000, let's calculate that out. 15,000 divided by 220 equals 68 months divided by 12. That's almost 6 years that it would take for him to actually reap the benefits of paying down and buying down this rate. Par pricing is what I recommended, and I even suggested the 5.75% interest rate, which was going to provide a $15,000 in lender credit. This would increase his payment by $377. Let's bring our calculator right back into the scene. 15,000 divided by 377.18. That's 39 months divided by 12. So that's a little over 3 years. So in this scenario, if you go with this lender credit or rebate pricing, you would need to refinance within the first 3 years. And knowing that the rates are going to drop within the next 12 months, this would be a great option. And the borrower did go with this option. He went with the higher interest rate because his cash to close dropped to just $36,000 for $1 million property, as opposed to $63,000 if he were to buy down the interest rate. So this is why I say going with the lowest rate option is not always best. And I hope this video provided you with that additional information you need so that you can make the best decision when you go to lock your rate when purchasing your home. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions with any of this. And thank you so much for watching my video until the very end. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and that's all I got. Until next time.